Hi guys! I'm going to try a new recipe for you today, and it's from this book that I borrowed from the library called Vegan Pizza, 50 Cheesy, Crispy, Healthy Recipes, and the author is Julie Hasson, or Hasson, I don't know how she says her name. But I'm not specifically making one of these pizzas here, and it's filled with lots of different ideas and even how to make your own cheese, like a cheddar cashew cheese. I'm going to definitely do some of that. This is like a scalloped potato pizza. But what I'm going to try are the pepperoni crumbles. And she also has burger crumbles, sausage crumbles. So right now I'm going to try the pepperoni crumbles. And for this, you need textured vegetable protein, TBP, which is this. You need paprika, which I have. You also need granulated garlic, which I've got, nutritional yeast flakes, smoked paprika, which I just picked up a little bit here, and some sugar. I picked up a little bit of organic cane sugar right there. Salt to taste, a cup of boiling water, so basically a cup of the TVP or a cup of hot boiling water, but I'm going to just make half of this recipe, so I'm going to be using half, but I'm telling you the whole thing right here. 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 to 2 tablespoons of liquid smoke, and I got my hands on some liquid smoke. Yay! Can't wait to open that and give it a whiff. Then also tamari or soy sauce, garlic cloves, so it wants 4, but I'm making half, so I'm going to use 2 garlic cloves, minced, and a cup of cooked and cooled quinoa. So I've made some quinoa, and that's what I have in the pot here, but I've got some cooling in the fridge for the recipe. Cayenne pepper, and sweet rice flour. Now I don't have sweet rice flour, I do have some rice flour I made that I'm just going to use in this. So I will get started. Alright, just so you can see what it asked me to do, or the recipe calls for you to put your TVP, paprika, granulated garlic, nutritional yeast, smoked paprika, sugar, and salt into a bowl and mix it well, which I did. And now I'm just going to add the water. So you put, I'm putting half a cup of water because I did half a cup of that. And you set it aside. I could probably use a tiny bit of water because I think I just dropped a tiny bit on the floor. Okay, so once I'm just mixing it up a little bit more here to make sure all the flavors go through. So cover and let sit for 10 minutes. So I will be back. Okay, so the TVP has been reconstituted, and that just means that it has been re-liquefied, so it's got moisture in there. And now it says that once you've done that, to add a tablespoon of the oil. So I have half a tablespoon of the olive oil measured off in this top here, since again I'm doing half of the recipe. So put the oil, also the liquid smoke, and it says to put 1 to 2 tablespoons depending on how strong liquid smoke is. I've got no clue, so I'm going to go with the 1 tablespoon, which is the full strength because I'm doing half of the recipe. Or maybe as I do it in here, I'll maybe not quite put a full thing. I can't wait to try making some tofu bacon with this. Okay, so that's a little bit shy of the full tablespoon. I'm putting that in there. It says also to add the tamari or soy sauce. So in this case I'm using soy sauce, and I'm using, so it wants a tablespoon, but I've got halving the recipe, so I'm going to put half a tablespoon. Okay, it also says to add the garlic. And the quinoa. So I have, this is half a cup of quinoa. And just putting that, and that's cooled. Just putting that in there, and you're supposed to mix. So mix it well. I'm really curious to see how this turns out. I can definitely smell that liquid smoke. And the smoked paprika, of course, is adding some more smoky flavor to that. I mean, just look how meat-like it already looks. I mean, you know, it's just like a ground beef kind of thing. So, certainly looks good. It smells good. And now, I am supposed to add, okay, how much with the cayenne pepper? Okay, so it says add cayenne pepper to taste. And then 5 tablespoons of the rice flour, of which I'm only going to add 2.5 tablespoons. So this is to taste. This is the cayenne. I'm just going to take a pinch out of here. It doesn't give me a specific measurement. Hopefully that's not too spicy. Again, smells good. And okay, so let me just clean out my measuring spoons and I'll be back. Okay, I have added my rice flour, as you can see right here, and you're just going to mix that into your mixture until everything is well incorporated. Now, I made that rice flour in my Blendtec. Pretty awesome. So, just keep mixing until you're satisfied, and there you go. Now, the recipe also says that you can take pieces of your mixture and make it into little balls, little clumps, clusters if you will, I guess to give it more of that sort of bigger, clumpy, cluster meat-like texture. You know how ground beef can be, just sort of, you know, bigger pieces rather than sort of the small crumbly mixture I have right there. So I'm doing that with some of them. I'm not going to waste my time doing it with all of that, but because the recipe says that's one way you can do it, I'm just trying that out to see how I like it. But I'm sure the flavor is going to taste great no matter how well it's crumbled. All right, the last step is to cook your crumbles. And this is medium heat. I have the pot hot with some olive oil. And here's my mixture. I don't know if I should put all of it, some of it. What the heck? I'll put it all. It says to cook for about 10 minutes until parts of it are crispy, and then put it on top of pizza, which I'm going to do. You can save some obviously in the fridge, or you can use it right away. I'm going to use it right away. So when I am finished, I will show you guys what it looks like, and I'll do a little taste test. Maybe I'll do a taste test with the final pizza as well. I tried to make a few pieces into kind of clumps. It said keep some of them like a little more clumpy, just to sort of resemble, I guess, sort of those chunks of meat. In any case, I will be back, guys, and I'll let you know how this is. Alright, this tastes really good. I tasted it already. I'm going to put it on my pizza, so I'll give a final update. You know, I'm just sort of continuing to cook it just to see if I can get some crispy parts in here, as the recipe said. You know, so it really has a look like bacon bits, you know, in a way. The color, if you can tell. And it's very, like, it's got a good kick to it. It's got like a nice spicy kick. Lots of flavor in here. It's got a little sweetness. Oh yeah, because I put the sugar. Definitely a little kick. I'm looking forward to putting this on the pizza, so I will be back. Alright guys, so I just took a bite of the pizza, put some olives on there, some mushrooms, and these pepperoni crumbles, and it's really very delicious. I've got the Daiya cheese on here. It's melted up beautifully, and I think it even tastes better than I remember it tasting, the Daiya, but this whole pizza is hugely satisfying. I love it. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, please ask. But there you go, that is vegan pepperoni crumble for your pizza, or whatever else you want to put it in.